his new life.
You know, before we continue, what a conversation that went everywhere before I recorded.
We sure did.
We hit Smash Mouth. We hit horrible art that we're not really going to discuss. That was shared on Smash Mouth. We hit like
Buckfast.
Hey, yeah, Buckfast.
I got reminded how horrible Buckfast is.
Garrett told a lovely little story when we watched somebody get the shit beat out of him back in the UK
with a bottle.
So yeah, Peter, there you were expecting your comrades. Honestly, were you expecting? How are you feeling, seeing as your comrades are clearly not chasing you?
I think Peter is glad they're staying back. Like yes, he may have just said stuff. Like Peter, the reason why I even brought up something silly like a forest fire or something is because like he just got picked up by the thing he's been looking for forever, and his frame of mind is very, very bungled at the moment. But I think in his heart of hearts, he does not want his companions chasing him. He thinks he can talk his way out of this.
Oh God, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Okay, so yeah, it slowly, you know, it's not in any real hurry. It makes its way back to the Skunk Ache Temple, and the journey is it's not rough. I mean you're being freaking carried over something's shoulder. It's not exactly a comfortable ride, but you know, it's not really going out of its, you get to feel that it's not going out of its way to be uncomfortable and miserable. It's just carrying something, you know? I imagine you probably think, you know, maybe it's in your best interest to not resist.
Oh yeah, no, Peter.
Right now.
He's just getting carried.
Oh my God.
Okay. It's got an odor. I wouldn't go so far as to say it stinks, but it's definitely a bit of a musty. Yeah, I mean it definitely smells like a wild animal. Like not exactly skunk like, but you know, very distinct odor.
Maybe sort of ferrety.
Oh,
yeah,
gross.
kind of like kind of a big weaselly smell. So and yeah,
So sorry.
you're basically just you're basically just backtracking back to it, and when it gets there, it sets you down. Doesn't throw you down, but you know, it kind of like lets go of you, maybe like a foot higher off the ground than you would be comfortable with. It's not a comfortable landing, but you know, you don't think it was malicious.
Yeah.
And it kind of like squats. Yeah, it did. I think I lost Garrett. Oh, there he is.
Oh, I'm here.
And it kind of like squats down with its hands on its knees and just kind of like looks at you. Level. Good.
Okay, I lost you at eye level. Yeah, your internet cut out at eye level.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I said. It just does that.
Okay. Peter kind of, without breaking eye contact, just reaches in his pocket, pulls off the Donald Duck figure, and kind of, it's in his hand, and he just shakily holds it up. And wheat ninny bomb.
It kind of like, you know, looks down at it, index and thumb, just kind of picks it up and kind of looks at it, and it sets it down and, like, you know, and kind of scurries off to the wood. I mean, still fairly close. Like, it's faster than you were thinking. I mean, this thing, like, you know, it cleared maybe like 12 feet in, like, you know, 2 strides. And yeah, and you know, it goes in the bushes and it comes back, and it kind of presents to you a little kid's shirt with Donald Duck on it.
Oh, thank you. Yes, this is looks very nice.
It picks up the little Donald Duck toy that you brought it, and it looks down into the hole, and it keeps looking back and forth, and it looks at your shirt that it gave you, and it's looking back and forth at the hole, but it's not like, that's pretty much all it's kind of doing. Not like, like crazy anything. It's clearly picturing, piecing together some stuff.
Okay. Should I put this in the hole, or do you want to put that in the hole, or
Roll wits and composure. -2.
Okay. There are no successes in that.
Okay, so from the other end on the other ridge, Beryl, you and Frank, you see all this. You're not really hearing any of the words he's saying, and you see approaching from behind Peter are the two other skunk apes.
Oh God, I hope. Oh God, I feel so bad, but I'm too scared. I can't do anything. Really leaning into the old cowardice here.
I was about to say, if you have a point of willpower that you've spent, you can get it back.
Yeah, I did have one that was, yeah, so let me take that back. But okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching because I really don't feel like there's literally fucking anything I can do other than just hope for the goddamn best for him and hope that his just general kindness will
doesn't just get torn apart by a bunch of skunk apes.
Well, I mean, if I
As you
go in,
watch.
I'm just also gonna get torn apart. Like that doesn't. I mean, just from I can't do anything against these big fuckers. Like the last time they put its like one finger on me and and it could have crushed my skull. So I'm just like, I don't think there's anything I could do. I'm not the skunk ape whisperer. He is.
Yeah. So, Peter, as you're talking and trying to figure out what's going on, you hear basically like a big thump behind you, and yeah, but it doesn't sound like obviously Garrett Prather knows what just happened. Peter doesn't. But I can say this much: it doesn't sound like a footfall or anything. So,
Peter is going to, just kind of try to ignore that, and still looking at the skunk ape. He's looking at me like, so, shirt, figurine, hole, yeah.
It reaches over and gets takes the shirt back from you, and it looks at the toy just back and forth, and it puts the shirt down, and it looks behind you, and then it starts like going down into the pit, and you're watching it. Then out of the periphery from your other vision, I mean, from your periphery, you see that your other vision, your mind's eye. No,
In the third eye, in the back of Peter's head, he's ashamed of.
From behind you, you see like from your periphery, you see like movement, and it's the other two skunk apes, and yeah, apparently the thumping was like it is an entire church pew. And and yeah, once again, there's glowing. This time it is a deep sea green coming out of the pit, and you see the other two go down, and they place their stuff up, but then all three of them come up and they look at you, and we'll say the one that you were conversing with, it was of a slightly darker hue of fur and hair, but like around its eyes, it has like just really light. Just the other two don't seem to have that. But yeah, like the other two, they're kind of looking at you, and they start like kind of like grunting, and one of them kind of like starts like poking you kind of hard.
Yes. That didn't feel great.
At which point the one with the snow white circles around its eyes, it kind of like gently kind of smacks the other one's pokey hand away, and it looks down at you and holds its hand out.
Oh, I will place my hand in his hand. I will name him Snowflame.
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 That's what I will name this one.
Snowflame.
Oh my god. He pulls out a small mirror in a little pouch and
It's a magic.
takes your hand and then
Yeah, and like it's like your hand is like, I mean, think a baby's hand in an adult's hand. Like it's
Okay.
a meaty hand. Like, I mean, bigger hands than like are proportionate to the body. Say
Peter's
big
just
person, they
holding
could
its
say big
thumb.
hands, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, and it starts like walking forward. I mean, like taking you with him, basically.
Oh, okay. Snowflame, lead me to where we need to go.
Okay. Deeper and deeper into the woods you go. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ridge, Frank says, "We're losing sight of him, Beryl."
Oh my god! All right, okay. Let's pursue so we can at least try to keep an eye on him. Because God,
Okay,
I don't.
so yeah. So here's the thing. You were going to need to roll. We're going to say dexterity and survival. You
Okay.
specifically. Frank can help you with the roll if you
Okay.
want.
So I don't have anything in survival.
You can always spend and risk willpower.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Spend or risk.
Can I risk this?
I mean, your friend is being taken away by a fucking
Okay,
Yeti.
so yeah.
So I'm going
Okay.
to say this has to do with the hunt.
His name is Snowflame, and he's a skunk ape.
Okay.
I
So
can't wait for the other two names.
I don't have it trained, right? Then that means I have to take away one from my dice pool. Is that right?
Yeah. So,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
you're going to
So I had a
take away
2,
one
so I'm
from
going
your
to
dice
take away
pool.
1. I'm going to add the 3 here.
But you are risking it.
I'm risking it. Yeah. Okay, I got a 10 and a 9. So let me
Both
Alright.
of those
roll up
explode.
both of those. Oh, come the fuck on. No. So just the 2. The 2 successes. Maybe.
Okay, yeah, you both managed to, pick a trail. Peter he's not exactly clumsy or anything going through the woods, but I mean he's left enough, especially with Frank, accompanying you, kind of pointing out, hey, these are, drag marks where, Frank, where Peter might have dragged his feet and such.
Oops,
And
dropped the cupcake. Oh no, there goes my open can of Tab.
Where'd you find Tab?
And yeah, you guys are going like deeper and deeper into the woods until you eventually find like an old rundown house that looks like it might have been like it is decades old. And Peter's essentially leading the way. Peter, you have no idea that they're behind you at this moment.
Right.
And they're all 3 of them are going to this rundown ramshackle house. And when they get there, Snowflame holds open this old door that is still miraculously on its hinges. And this thing is like, it is grown over. The door is like creaking against like dirt and leaves and twigs and stuff. And it, offers for you to step in.
Yep, I'm going in.
Okay, yeah. You step in. It is it is old. We're gonna say, you're not even gonna need to roll on that. Looking at the furniture, at the furniture that's still there and not eaten away. The wall painting, like this thing was made in like the early 70s. And but the thing is that like, but the thing is like this thing is, it is out in the middle of flipping nowhere. You're not necessarily familiar if it's like anywhere close to town or anything. If there was ever like any kind of road, but yeah, this thing is old.
How tall are the ceilings in this fucker?
Not tall at all. Snowflame did follow you though, and like I mean, Snowflame is literally like crawling to like like kind of like peeking in kind of stuff. Like
Yep.
again, think of an adult in a little kid's playhouse.
Oh my god.
Yep. This is a house.
And
Thanks for leaving me here.
it kind of looks at you and then it like immediately like kind of pulls back and shuts the door.
Oh.
Well, I think I'm a prisoner.
So, Peter, yeah, you were currently in there. Beryl, when you and Frank arrive, like there is nary a skunk ape to be seen, but yeah, you see this old, like the trail leads to this old rickety house, and it looks like the front door. It looks as though there's a big honking rock in front of it.
Okay. Are there windows that could be opened?
There are in fact windows.
Okay. Let's try to sort of simplest solution here. Let's just try to pry open a window and see if we can get in there.
You guys, as you get close to the house, Frank, just tap tap tap. He goes, "Peter, you in there?"
Yep. Hello. I think I'm a prisoner.
We'll spring you, okay, bud? Let's
Hang on. And Peter like takes out one of those kind of like glow kind of sticks and snaps it and just drops it in front of him like, I'm here.
Yeah, you're on the other side of the window. That still all happened.
Providing light, bud.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's early on in the day. I mean, but like, yeah, I mean, now Peter is surrounded by soft greenish glow at his feet, which helps because the windows are fairly, filth covered, just dirt and grime, basically. He's like, "All right, Peter, we're gonna get you out of here, okay?"
Oh, okay. Can I not go through the door? I mean,
there's a big rock in front of it.
That was that noise. Okay, I've just been kind of standing here for 10 minutes. All right. No. Yeah.
So did it? I mean, I saw that they were like poking you, but did they make noises at you or?
There was some grunting. I couldn't really understand that, but one of them, I've named him Snowflame due to the beautiful white around his eyes that. His eyes burn bright, but his snowy demeanor comes through.
Are you a children's book author?
Beryl, you've read my manuscript for the Skunk Ape and Me, the Big Dentist Adventure.
The young adult.
Yeah,
waiting to happen.
Yes, I'm trying to get my love of dentistry and skunk apes together. But no, that has nothing to do with this. I think he kept me safe, and for some reason they want me here. But I've not figured out if this house is significant or if they just want me here.
We could look around it, see if there's anything else. How the fuck did they fit inside there?
Oh, they
shove you in.
No. I walked in here. I mean, I wasn't. My whole goal was to be very submissive and
one old robot there for me.
You do what you got to do to survive, bud. I get it. I'm sorry we didn't.
So yeah, I heard a noise at the door, so that must have been the rock, and then you guys showed up. So I've been standing here with that unbroken light for like 10 minutes. So thank you. Hey, thanks for showing up.
Yeah, no worries. Let's check out this house and see if there's anything going on inside it, and then maybe fuck off and get out of here.
I will try to open this window.
Oh no, you're having connection issues, or you're not.
Yeah, I'm having really bad connection issues. I heard like it all sounded It's fine. I mean, weirdly enough, like most of the really bad connection issue stuff comes through when I put it online. But yeah, it just it sounded like you guys were having a very slow robot conversation there.
Beep boop.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I mean, did we verify
We're trying
that
to
we
get in.
Peter out?
Yeah, Peter's basically trying to open the window at this point.
Okay, Frank goes, all right, I think I got an idea. All right, so hear me out, okay? And he does this, crack. The window shatters.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, it's not like anybody lives here.
That was a good idea, sir.
Thank goodness we have Frank here.
Yeah. He's like, and he goes and finds a stick and starts like all around it, clearing out all the broken glass and stuff.
Now, was that the noise he was making as he cleared the window?
Yes.
Noise from the
Mouth
Yes.
noise.
Yes, he made duck noises. And he's like, well, Peter, you can crawl through, or barely wanted to maybe check some stuff out.
I want to look around in there. Like,
yes,
maybe?
I don't know if this house seems very odd in this location, and I don't know if it has any significance towards our forestry friends, or if it's just being used as a corral, if you will.
They punch some holes in the top of the jar and then put you inside.
So if you
All
don't mind coming in, I believe it would be prudent to examine this house.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, yeah, you crawl through without too much of a hitch. Little slight tear in your jeans, but no tear on the flesh, which is good.
Okay.
If you guys would roll wits and investigation -2 because of just how dilapidated everything is.
Okay. So that's 4.
Lord, hold on. Let me try something because
no successes on my end.
I'm gonna burn a willpower, I think.
Okay, I should have better connection because I kept losing the actual Wi-Fi signal.
Oh, weirdsies. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of funky in here.
I'm gonna burn a willpower on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I had those. I did not think to burn it.
1, 2, 3. 3 successes. 3.
You got 3? Okay, hold on just a moment. Freaking, why is this internet so bad in this particular room? Yeah, I'm pretty much going to have to at some point turn the thing around and get closer to the internet on that side because for some weird reason it's really wonky in this one spot. Anyway, so here's the thing. Through the rubble and the brambles and stuff like that, the vines growing through, you do find you actually find an old picture.
Okay.
The picture depicts 4 people, a small little girl, pretty much just 4 kids. The oldest of which, though, pretty much looks. I mean, the best way you can describe it is if Pastor Freddie Thomas was about was in his late 20s. But it's just it's him and 3 other kids.
Huh.
Who found the picture?
Or him and 3 kids, rather.
Okay.
Right, but who found the picture?
We're gonna say Beryl, but we're gonna say Beryl, but we're gonna say she shared it with everybody.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not gonna keep this to myself, man. This is fucking weird.
Beryl, that looks like the gentleman from the tent revival, just a bit younger.
It definitely does. It's pretty wild. Okay. Maybe we poke around a little bit more and see if there's anything else to be had in this place.
With that, it's going to require another roll.
Okay.
We're going to say at a -3.
Okay.
Specifically with you, Beryl. We're going to say you're doing the searching.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm gonna burn one more willpower.
Okay.
Just to be doing, because it seems like we're getting somewhere, right? So, okay, so -3. So it's just gonna leave me with. No, wait. Okay, I got a 10.
Nice.
Nice.
And it's a 9, so that's 2.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so in this
Getting those 6s.
in this old dilapidated cabin, you find basically think Evil Dead.
What?
From that it's on you if you want to go down there.
Oh, cellar.
Real quick,
Yeah,
keep
a
going.
cellar door.
Oh God. Peter, should we go
But
down
do
there?
it.
It looks terrible. This looks terrible. This seems like a
Don't, but you
terrible
should.
plan. I mean, we should, but it's terrible.
And you shouldn't, but you should.
Yeah, right. Oh God, this is very against character. And oh fuck. I kind of feel bad though that I left Peter to maybe be raped by skunk. So maybe that's why I feel like I need to lean into this right now.
I mean, you can leave it to Peter to go down in there. It's not
I'm
like
not gonna make you go down there. He got carted
it's not
away.
like you're like. It's not like, well, this could clearly lead to somebody. I'm going to keep this to myself.
No, I mean, I'm gonna if he'll come with me or like at least keep watch.
You could send Frank down there because Garrett stepped away for a second, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. He did.
Maybe we could all go down there together.
All right.
Split the party.
We'll say that.
I apologize.
I'm not going to make that decision for Peter, though.
I mean, I'm willing to go down there, and while saying that, Peter takes out another light stick and breaks it and just kind of throws it down there.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that the walls old blood. That's a good sign.
The walls do what?
But the walls and the stairs aren't stained with old blood, which is always a good sign.
Okay. Start.
But like, I mean, yeah, it's just an old cellar, dirt floor. You see like, the remnants of an ancient old rusted shovel. But that's what you see when you toss it when you toss the glow stick down there.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Beryl. Now, would you feel more comfortable staying up here, Frank?
No, I don't want to. I don't want us to get split up. Honestly, okay. So.
Frank, you want to stay up here or go down?
You know what? I'm feeling froggy. Let's go.
Then onward and onward. And then Peter.
All right. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Stick. No.
Don't drink a
Oh my God.
No. That way leads only to madness.
I've gone insane.
Yeah. More Predator trivia. They use glow sticks to make the blood. They just cracked them open.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
All right.
Was that our first Predator? Have you been giving us Predator trivia I didn't know about? That was my first.
I told you that Harry and the Hendersons guy, the guy who played the Sasquatch, played the Predator.
Wow, that's a good callback to an episode a long time ago.
A very long time ago.
I keep track of all the sick Predator trivia I drop. All right, so yeah, you and Frank, you go down there. I'm assuming, and you're holding up a Atachem light, and yeah, it's freaking dark, even though it's about, at this point, it's about 10-ish, 11-ish. It's, the day's kind of cold anyway, because, it's kind of like, early spring-ish, super early springish, late winterish, but it's really cold down in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of like really quiet, like really muted, if that makes any sense. Like, all this, like it doesn't echo, like it's completely empty.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense. You find all kinds of just junk strewn about in there. Old bicycles, old car parts, like really old car parts.
You just
A
threw
few
fucking
gardening
everything down
utensils.
here.
Yeah, essentially. And like, yeah, and that's the thing is that like, I mean, you find like, an old, like a really old push lawnmower, and it would have been just a pain to get that down, up and down and stuff like back in the day. But there's a clear path that kind of weaving further and further back into it. Like this thing is going really far back, further back than there is house.
Oh,
And just,
Lord.
yeah, more and more junk. And that leads to a desk with a single book on it.
Okay, I mean, we got to take a look at this book, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, Peter's
We
got to
came
pick
all
up
this
that
way.
book.
Okay.
Peter cracks a glow stick and lays it next to the book.
How many glow sticks do you have?
Peter raves in his spare time.
Exactly 3.
Yeah.
Did we lose you?
Start
Start over, buddy.
We lost
Yeah,
you.
we
Sorry.
lost
connection.
completely during that.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you pretty much, do you start from page 1, or do you just like randomly just open it right in the middle?
I think because Peter has no idea what this is, he'd probably just open it in general.
Okay. It is. It's. I mean, you open it and it's pretty much right in the middle of the book of John. You're looking at a very, very, very old Bible. It does, however, like some people, like especially like really old time, old fashioned people, like they write notes and stuff in the margins.
Mhm.
Yeah, these margins, like you just see like pretty much encircled around that one. You start flipping it through, and you see it's pretty much the same on all the pages of the New Testament. Just over and over. I can't get them back. They're changed. I can't get them back. They're changed.
This seems unusual.
Yeah. Unusual is a fairly mild way to put it. They're changed. Is there like an inscription in the front, or like this Bible belongs to little card up front?
Actually, there's one, like you flip it back on the front page, and it's just the old, like faux leather cover kind of thing.
Mhm.
So like, a lot of old timey Bibles have like this belongs to with family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like the deaths of like relatives and stuff.
Mhm.
It belonged to one Fred Thomas.
Okay.
You find out, you find out that his parents' names were Eustace and Janet, and they
Eustace!
Stupid dog, you made me look bad.
A cabin in the middle of nowhere.
And you also find that they died in the 1960s. Both Eustace and Janet.
Okay.
Well, beyond it, can I search the desk?
You don't really find much of anything. I mean, it is a very bare bones desk.
Okay, all right.
Does it say literally anything? It's all the same thing. I can't get them back. They're changed, right?
Yeah.
That's all that is inside of it.
Yeah, and that's all it says, just over and over again, only in the New Testament.
Well, if we can surmise,
you know what? Hold on a second. Roll. Let's say. let's say wits and occult.
Okay.
Who's rolling this? Both of us?
Who's the one looking at the book right now?
Peter was holding it.
We'll say Peter. Yeah, roll wits and occult. No plus or minus modifier.
All right. Can Peter read a book?
He better.
Okay. I've got 3 successes, but 2 were 10s. Hang on.
Boy,
Ooh.
can he.
Peter's really good at reading. And I rolled 2 10s again.
Oh, what?
That's
5.
That's my dude. You are so good at reading.
Peter paid attention to reading Rainbow.
You're the best little reader there ever was.
All right, so that's 5 successes. What did Lamar Burton teach?
The power of love.
Okay, so in amongst all the craziness, you do notice that you start to notice that there's a pattern with like words and letters like underlined, like within the actual passage of the book. And it essentially repeats, and like what words obviously it can't be found, like it just starts like underlining letters. And over the course of about 45 minutes of you, like, saying, hey, somebody, write this stuff down. You all like piece together that it pretty much said, I mean, it again, outside of what was just scribbled in the margins, it's just repeated over and over again through weird ass, creepy fucking combinations. Jeremy can save him. Jeremy can save them.
Okay. Peter, kind of as they've done this, I assume they've been down here now for like, an hour-ish.
Yeah, it's about noon at this point.
Okay. All right. So Peter, once they've kind of deciphered that, like, okay, can we all agree that this potentially might be a house that the gentleman in the big tent revival has at least been in? Like, There's a photo of him here, so he's been here, right?
And this Bible says that it belongs to him.
Right. Okay.
And Frank, he starts thinking, he's like, Fred Thomas. It's like it's not even ringing a bell. Like, I mean, if he was around this area back in the day, I mean, I was in school back around those times. Like, I was entering like elementary school and stuff. Like, I mean,
maybe
none of the family names though, and none of those kids in the pictures look familiar.
But they're way back here, so like, I mean, I don't know about, back in like my county, there were definitely some families that like, tended to stay kind of back away from, homeschoolers or whatever. So like,
he goes, oh yeah, maybe. But I mean, even then, like, I mean, it's a small enough community. It seems like Thomas. I mean, that's a fairly common name. He's like, I can't really think of any of them though, unless they were like just really reclusive, What's up, Peter?
The local library. If these children existed anywhere in this county, there'd have to be some government registry of them, and the local library, an underused tool, would have to have some semblance of them. So why don't we take this Bible, take what we've learned, and let's go. And Peter cracks a glow stick and puts it over his head. Let's go to the local library.
Yes, thank you.
And we're going to end the game on that. Total. Like, we're never going to pick it back up again. No, we'll end the session on that.
Will they go to the library?
What's in the library?
It turns out the skunk apes all run the library. It's been rigged from the beginning.
Just a bunch of redacted names.
Like I asked the librarian, like, can I get help? And I just noticed how tall and hairy they are. I'm like, never mind.
Never noticed the ceilings are so tall in this library.
I always wondered.
They're all wearing old lady wigs.
Yep.
with glasses, chains.
Yes.
They kind of smell like mothballs, but if you smell hard enough, you can smell like the musk that we were talking about earlier.
Like that thick kind of dirty musk.
Yeah, but they try to mask it with mothballs.
I'm gonna stop the recording there.